I am going to speak a little bit about lettuce, and this is, I know I give you guys bits and pieces of information here and there as it's happening, but this one I'm going to try to cover lettuce from start to finish. Lettuce is a cool weather crop. It doesn't require a lot of nutrients in the soil, but of course, because it is what it is, it requires a lot of water. Now, some books will say that the seed head comes in all at one time. We're very close to it. And all of the years that I've been seed collecting, I've never once seen that happen. And I've grown about 10 different kind of lettuce. The, leafing lettuce, heading lettuce, heirlooms. So here's a really good example. We have green development. We have fluff, where they're dried out. We have flowers, and we have dried out seed pods. In the book that I have, Seed to Seed, it says, take a bag and shake the head every day, and the seeds will drop. I don't do this for a couple of reasons. One is that the seeds normally don't break free that easily. Secondly is when you start to put tension on that stem, a lot of times it'll get a break in it, a heavy bend, and I'm always concerned about the seed pods that still haven't developed, if they're going to get the nutrients that they need to be viable and also have vigor. Because a lot of times seeds will germinate, but they won't develop into a full plant, fruit-producing plant, because they've lost vigor or they never had it. So the fluff guys, they can usually shake free, but when you start to see, because of different weather conditions, those dried out seed pods locked down like that, dried around the seed head, they are the seed head, dried like that, those seeds aren't going to break free. You could bang that around in a paper bag and you might get a couple. So what I like to do is squat or sit below the plant, right next to the plant, bend it gently, and take my fingers and crush them into a bowl. And it's an inbreeding plant and requires a good mother base to have a nice seed stalk. And we planted 1,000 heads of lettuce, and I took probably the finest out of that down to a few hundred and collected the seed from that. That's how I started my lettuce seed collection. So same thing, we have a small one that was totally done, and this is 4 different varieties here, and it's demonstrating clearly the same thing. They're in various stages. So once you get your lettuce seed into the bowl, you crush it up with your fingers, and then it takes a winnowing technique. And I've spoken about that. That's where you put gentle puffs of air into the bowl and all the plant material floats out and the heavier seeds settle to the bottom. Now with larger seeds, you could winnow on a cloth, and for a huge crop, and a couple people hold the ends of the cloth and move the blanket or sheet up and down, and the seeds fall back to the surface, and all of the plant material blows away. Nice light breezy day for that. Alright, well that's it. Lettuce, start to finish. It doesn't require much light, it doesn't require many nutrients, and it's cool weather, and depending on where you are, early spring, you could get away with fall sowing. And if you do an early spring be ready for it to bolt when it gets warmer and the days get longer. Okay, happy gardening.